Ladies, every time you step out of your home to speak with someone, to interact, to share your ideas, you are selling yourself. And if what comes out of your mouth doesn't project your image the way you would want, then you are doing yourself a disservice. Hi, elegant queens. How are you all doing? Welcome to your queenly self. If you're new here, my name is Seymour Ladejobi. I'm a broadcaster and an elegance and image coach, and I help women become their best elegant self and achieve eloquent speaking presence so you can confidently attract, navigate, and succeed in high-value relationships, business, and social circle. Now, every single woman, regardless of whatever profession or career that you are in, it's important for you to learn how to communicate and speak with a lot of confidence, clarity, and credibility. But it's funny how a lot of women do not realize that every time you speak, it's an opportunity for you to sell yourself, not necessarily your product or a service, but more about your personality. And I see this a lot of times. Some women who are gorgeously dressed, looking all beautiful. You have your face all baked, wearing designer outfits and ensuring that everywhere you step into, you are turning heads. But the moment you open your mouth to speak, what comes out of your mouth is terrifying. Not only the words you use, but how you use them, and all of that, how it actually projects your personality as a whole. But a high-value woman knows how to do it quite differently, and that's why today I want to talk about how to speak like a high-value queen. Number one, a high-value queen must learn how to pace herself and speak slowly and softly with purpose. Now, not everyone can master how to speak slowly, especially when it's not something that works with your personality. But guess what? You can actually pace yourself in your conversation in such a way that the person you're speaking with actually understands what you're saying and can connect with you better. It's important that you learn how to pace yourself as well as talk as softly as possible. Not too soft, not too slow, and not sluggish as well. When you're having a conversation with someone, pace yourself in such a way that you can put your thoughts together and pass your message without having to talk all around the place. I meet people who are trying to pass a message to you, but before they get to the message, they have gone here, they've gone there, and at the end of the day, you were confused on what the message actually was. Number two, ladies, watch your volume. I meet a lot of beautiful ladies out in social or networking events, and the moment they start to speak, it sounds like an earthquake. Everywhere is so loud, it's so vulgar, you don't even realize that when your voice is too loud, it's actually deafening to the ear of the person listening. Now, if you want to communicate with a lot of confidence, if you want to be considered an elegant lady who knows how to hold conversation, you must balance the volume of your voice. It doesn't have to be too loud, neither should it be too low. As long as the person you're speaking with can hear you, can understand you, that volume is okay. Number three, reframe your language. Ladies, you might not realize this, but the choice of words you use when you're having a conversation tells a lot about who you are and if people should take you seriously or not. I see this a lot of times. Ladies use certain words to describe themselves in a conversation. It's important for you to learn that the way you communicate isn't just all about when you open your mouth to speak with people, but more importantly, the words you use. The words you use to describe yourself in a conversation has a lot to do with how people will perceive you. I see this a lot of times when women are trying to have conversations, whether it's in a social gathering or a business networking event. You use certain words that are diminutive. phrases that devalues your accomplishments, phrases that belittles you. Sometimes you use self-depreciating words, maybe because you are afraid of projecting your accomplishments or your personality to the world. I don't know why that is done, but a lot of this has to stop. Number 4, ladies, your tone. Your tone. You know, as women, we tend to allow our emotions take the better part of us, and because of that, it shows in our tone of voice. When you're having a conversation with someone and you are upset, your tone will definitely show that to the world. When you are in a happy mood, your tone will do the same thing. But what you don't realize is that you have taken that habit and turned it into your daily activity, daily routine. That even when you're having a happy conversation with someone, your tone tends to do the opposite. And this is because we are not paying attention to what our tone is doing. But an elegant and a high-value woman ensures that her tone doesn't sound aggressive or offensive. It's important that when you're having a conversation or whether you're doing a presentation, your tone is alive. You are speaking with a lot of life, with a lot of, clarity, with a lot of passion in your voice, because the tone of your voice is contagious. If you're talking to someone and you want to pass on a feeling of enthusiasm to them, your tone will do that work for you. So if your tone is constantly sounding aggressive, offensive, tired, boring, uninterested, that's the feedback you will get from people. Now, ladies, if you are interested in becoming your best self, you want to level up your femininity, your communication, confidence, and become a high-value queen, then you should subscribe to this channel. Remember to share this video with your friends and help them become their best elegant self as well. Don't forget to click on that notification button and that bell so that every time I drop a new video, you will be the first to get it. Number 5, maintain your accent. Now, ladies, I see this a lot of times, and I feel that you allow things that are happening in the society, you allow people you listen to influence you so much that you forget who you truly are. If you want to become a high-value queen, if you want to speak with confidence, with clarity and credibility, it's important that you maintain your accent. And what do I mean by maintaining your accent? Ensuring you don't fake an accent you're not comfortable with, or an accent that is not yours. Yes, it's good to speak properly. Yes, it's good to enunciate and pronounce your words properly. But faking an accent and sounding like someone else doesn't make you an elegant lady. It doesn't make you a high-value lady. It doesn't make you feminine. Communicating with elegance, it simply means enunciating and speaking your words clearly, articulating your words, being more eloquent, being more refined in your communication, in your conversation, in your speaking. So it's important that you don't go about sounding weird to people because you want to sound differently. You can maintain your own accent, that voice of yours that is so natural. This reminds me of some time ago in my career as a broadcaster. I remember there was a time we had some on-air personality who had this very sexy voice that when they are on radio or when they are on television, they just put you to sleep. They make you just fall in love. I remember those years. And I used to be very worried that I didn't have that sexy voice. I would try as hard as possible. I could articulate my words correctly. I was enunciating my words correctly, but I didn't have that voice, that sleepy, sexy voice that just, makes you fall in love with them. So I remember a senior colleague of mine, calling my attention to it and told me something that I would never forget in my life. And that was something that helped my career going almost 20 years now. She said to me, "You might not have the sexy voice that the other on-air personalities have, but you have a voice that commands attention even when you are not there. You have a voice that is larger than life. Your voice is big, your voice is powerful. You just need to own it. And the moment I heard that, I became more comfortable in my voice. I became more confident in my voice. I decided to work on not just my personality, my presence at the time. I wanted to work on how to ensure that every time I speak, I was articulate, I was eloquent, I was confident, I was clear, and I was connecting with the people I was speaking with. So it's important that while you are conversing with people, while you are communicating with people, forget about faking an accent. Focus more on enunciating your words correctly. Focus more on being articulate, being clear, being eloquent. And every time you speak, people just love you. Number 6, ladies, watch your posture and body language. We might not realize this, but one of the things that makes you elegant, feminine, and a high value woman is how you use your body language to speak better. 75% of our conversation comes from what our body language is doing, not just what we say with our mouth. And that's why it's important as a woman, you learn how to speak confidently with your body. When you're having a conversation, what is your hand doing? Are you talking more with your hands? Are you communicating with clarity? Are you giving your audience or the people you're speaking with a visual impression of what you're talking about so they will never forget? What do you do with your body language when you're having a conversation? Do you slouch or you're standing upright? Are you having a facial expression that connects to the person you're speaking with? Are you maintaining eye contact? Are you speaking more confidently with your hands? I hear a lot of ladies come up to me and say, Seymour, how do I learn how to speak more with my hands? Well, the truth is you have the power to connect more with the people you're speaking with when you can learn how to communicate effectively with your hands. That's something I will talk about in some other video. Drop a comment below if you want me to do a video on how to speak with your hands. Number 7, I will be coming back to something I mentioned earlier on, the power of pausing and why it's important for you as a high value queen to know how to use the power of pause and emphasis in your conversation. Now, for those of you who are into business or who are career women, this actually will help you a great deal when you're doing your public speaking or you're doing a presentation. And you learn how to put a pause in your conversation, you connect better with your audience. You're able to pull them in. Also create more connection and visualization with what you're talking about. A high value queen knows how to connect with her audience very well because she knows that the only way she can get a feedback from the people she's speaking with is when she creates a connection. And how do you create this connection? By pausing where you should pause and giving emphasis to certain words. Some ladies, when you're speaking, you rush through your words like someone is chasing you, like you're in a hurry to, end that conversation. But that will not work. You know why? You will miss the point of the conversation. Your audience or the people you're speaking with will not get your message. And at the end of the day, you don't get a feedback. And I'm sure that's not what you want for yourself. So it's important that when you're having a conversation with someone, you pause where you need to pause and you give emphasis to certain words that needs emphasis. Now, moving on to number 8, a high value queen knows how to package her message in a concise and clear manner. A lot of times as ladies, when we are communicating or having a conversation with someone, we put a lot of assumption in our conversation. You create a lot of imagination in your story in such a way that it's difficult for the person to get your message. So it's important that when you are having a conversation with someone, your message is clear. Ask yourself, what's the message I want to pass across to this person? What feedback do I want to get? When you have this thought in your head, basically it's about thinking before you speak. When you don't think before you speak, you have the tendency to pass all the wrong message. And then you say things like, oh, that's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was, or this is what I wanted to say. But when you think before you speak, you are able to pass the right message in a concise manner without creating a room for assumption or for guesswork or for sending the wrong message to people. Number 9, control your emotion. Ladies, I am coming back once again to this particular area. A high value queen is in control of her emotion, and she never allows her emotions or the things that people say get to her skin to the point where she explodes, she throws a tantrum, and she starts to say negative things that she can't take back. You find a lot of women out there, when they're angry, when people say things to them, they start to pour out in their they're throwing an outburst, and you're saying so many things. And the funny part is, some of the things you say, you can't take it back. That's how powerful our words are. So it's important that when you are speaking with someone, watch your language. Control your emotion. A high value queen is in control of her emotion. She never gives that power to anyone. No one has the power to control the way she feels to the extent that she has to explode or throw a tantrum or display an emotional drama in public and all of that. The moment you are in control of your emotion, you are in control of the words that come out of your mouth. You are in control of how you represent yourself, how you project yourself, how you present yourself. You are in control on how you express yourself, and no one can push you, shake you, or change you into who you are not. Now to number 10. A high value queen learns how to listen more than she speaks. Yes. The more you listen, the more you learn about the person you're speaking with, the more you learn about their opinions, the more you learn about what they need and how you can serve them better. And this tool, this particular one, comes very handy in a business environment, in a relationship, in your social circle. If you are in a relationship with someone and you want to understand the person better, how do you do that? You listen more. You are in a business circle. You want to learn how to serve your clients and customers better. How do you do that? You listen more. You want to get a business opportunity, a social opportunity. You want to be able to navigate around high-profile social circle. What do? You listen more. The more you listen, the more you're able to learn what they want and how you can provide that value, provide that service, provide that opportunity for them. I hope this has been helpful to all of you ladies out there. This will help you become a better communicator and help you speak like a high-value queen. Till then, I'll see you in the next video.